Good morning students. Up to last lecture we have studied about resistance. Okay. So in the part of resistance we have studied that what it is a resistive property of material. Okay. As electric current is passing through certain conductor, then what happens due to the collision of electron with the atoms and ion coming in their path. Okay. Due to that what happens, some hindrance is produced there. Hindrance means simply what? It deflect, or it is, we can say, make obstacle in the path of moving electron. Okay. So due to that collision between electron and atoms or ions, what happened due to that, the path of electron is deflect. Okay. So, and we know electric current is simply what? Flow of electron from lower potential to higher potential. Okay. So actually due to that collision what happened, the obstacle came in path of this flow from lower potential to higher potential. Okay. So we can say it minimized the electric current. Okay. More electron flow means what? More electric current is there, but due to that collision what happened, that number of electron that flowing from lower electric potential towards higher electric potential, okay, that decreases. Due to that electric current decreases. Okay. So, and also we have studied the topic that is the Ohm's law. Okay. In the part of Ohm's law we have studied the electric current passing through a conductor is directly proportional to potential difference applied across it. Okay. So I is directly proportional to V. So after finally we studied that V is equal to IR, or R is equal to V by I, that equation in the last lecture. Okay. So that much study we carried out up to the last lecture. Okay. Now in this lecture we have to study next term, that is the resistivity of material. Okay. Resistance is simply what? It is term which describe somewhat resistance is there to the flow of electric current. Okay. Now resistivity term denotes. Okay. So actually resistivity what? That first we have to see, then later we will talk about resistivity. Okay. So now resistivity is the, suppose at particular given temperature, okay, resistance R. Okay, we know when electrons are flow from material, at that time they are collide with the atoms and ion is present in between their path. Okay, so somewhat resistance is there, and we call at particular temperature. Suppose if you consider this is electric wire, okay, having length L. Okay, its length is L. Okay, so at given temperature now resistance of this wire is depend. Okay, now we see resistance is there is no doubt about that, but this resistance depend on which particular factors that we have to study here. Okay, that resistance affected by some factor, okay, that depend on some factor. Which are that factor that we have to see. Okay, so at particular given temperature resistance of particular material is depends upon first of length of conductor. Okay, suppose we consider this is a one conducting wire. Okay, R is the resistance of this wire. Okay, capital R is the resistance of this wire. Then that resistance R is depend on the length of this wire. Okay, suppose N is the length of this wire. Okay, and second is area of cross section A. Okay, so how much cross section area of this wire, on that what happen, the resistance of that wire is depend. Okay, so here two factors are responsible for the resistance of material. Okay, first of all length of conductor. Okay, means if length of conductor changes, then the resistance of that particular conductor is changes. Okay, if length is more, then simply resistance is more. collision between atom and electrons are more takes place when length is more. Okay, and next is area of cross section. Okay, so how it will depend, that we have to see now. Here inverse relation between area of cross section and resistance, direct relation between length of conductor and resistance, that we have to see now. Okay, so these two factors we have to remember only, that are affecting the resistance of particular material. Okay, first of all length of conductor, and second is area of cross section. Okay, so if resistance of a conductor is R, okay, we have to consider this conductor, suppose. Okay, if R is that resistance of conductor, then the resistance is depend. Okay, that resistance is directly proportional to this length of conductor. Okay, what, look at two factors are affecting the resistance of conductor. Okay, what, that is the length of conductor and area of cross section. Now here direct relation between resistance and length of conductor. Okay, direct relation between means that if we increase one term, then ultimately another term will increase. If we decrease one term, then another term will be decreased. So if length increase, then resistance will be increased. If length decrease, then resistance will decrease here. Okay, so such a relation is called as a direct relation. So in case of resistance, the length of conductor is matters. Okay, because resistance and length have direct relation. Resistance of conductor is directly proportional to length. Okay, means if length increases, then resistance increases. If length decreases, then resistance will decrease. Okay, so such a way that these have direct relation between length of conductor and resistance. Then next is resistance is proportional. Now here inversely proportional 1 by. Okay, means here inversely proportional to area of cross section. Okay, means if one term increase, another term will be decrease. Okay, means if area of cross section is high, then resistance will be low. Okay, and area of cross section is low, then resistance will be high. Okay, so means there is somewhat inverse relation between resistance and area of cross section. Means if we increase one term, then ultimately another one term will be decrease. Okay, so that is the inverse relation. And in direct relation, what happens? If we increase length, then resistance will be increased. If we increase one term, then another term will be increased. If we decrease one term, then another term will be decreased. But now in the inverse relation, what happens? Opposite effect we show on the two terms. Okay, if we increase one term, then another one term decrease. Okay, so such a way that what happens? It has inverse relation with the area of cross section. Okay, so important part is here there. The resistance is depend on the two term. Okay, which are two term? First is length of conductor, and second is area of cross section. Okay, so this resistance is directly proportional to L. Okay, means what? It has directly relation with the length. Okay, so that is the first term. And second, this resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section of given conductor. Okay, so these two terms we have to remember. Resistance have direct relation with the length of conductor. Okay, direct means if one term increase, another one term ultimately goes on increasing. And second is inverse relation with the area of cross section. If one term increase, another ultimately decrease. Okay, so combinedly this equation we can write. This R is a directly proportional to L and inversely proportional to area of cross section. So combinedly these two equation we can write such a way that R is proportional to L by A. Okay, directly proportional to length of conductor and inversely proportional to area of cross section. Okay, So this is a proportionality constant present here. Okay, we have to remove that proportionality constant, so that we have to introduce here somewhat constant. Okay, so we can write this R will be equal to rho, because this is an inclined P-like structure. Okay, so rho into L by A. Okay, that will be the equation of resistance now, and this rho is called as a resistivity of material. What rho is called? Resistivity of a material. Okay, this rho is nothing but the constant of proportionality, and it called resistivity of that particular material. Okay, it has notation rho. Okay, this inclined P-like structure is called rho, and this notation is used for resistivity of particular material. Okay, so now SI unit of this resistivity is ohm meter. What? Ohm meter. Now we yesterday studied resistance. Okay, resistance is measured in ohm. Okay, it has only unit ohm, but now resistivity is the term which having unit ohm into meter, that is the ohm meter. Okay, now this resistivity is specific term, specific property of every element. Okay, it is not same for all element. Okay, if we change conductor, okay, if we change conductor, then its resistivity will change. Okay, so it is unique for certain particular conductor. So as material changes, the resistivity of that particular material is also goes on changing. Okay, so that much part we have to see in the resistivity part. Here we have to remember only two terms first. Okay, so resistivity, what? At a given particular temperature. Okay, we know certain conductor has somewhat particular resistance. We call that resistance is how much? R. Okay, at particular temperature, suppose R is the resistance of particular conductor, then that resistance of that conductor is depends on the two terms. Okay, first of all the length of conductor, and second is area of cross section of that particular conductor. Okay, now these two factors are important in the resistance of material. What? Length of conductor and area of cross section. Okay, but now here if we see the relation of these two terms with the resistance are different. Okay, here the length of conductor is directly proportional to resistance. Okay, here length of conductor and resistance has direct relation, and area of cross section has inverse relation. So here we can write combinedly this equation as resistance is proportional to L by N. So remove that proportionality constant. We have to introduce here one constant term, that is the rho. Okay, this inclined P-like structure is called rho. This is nothing but the resistivity of particular conductor. Okay, and the SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Okay, so such a way that we can calculate the resistivity of particular material at constant temperature. Okay, because as temperature changes, resistance of particular material goes on changing. Okay, so so you have to remember these things in the topic of resistivity. These two terms you have to remember. Resistivity is depend on the length of conductor and area of cross section. That two part if you remember, then remaining you can very easily write. Also you have to remember the unit of resistivity, which is nothing but the ohm meter is the unit of resistivity. Okay, now we have to see next topic, that is the electrical circuit. Now we have to see electric circuit. Okay, So simply here, this is the one electric circuit. Okay. So if we see electric circuit, then what we have to see here? Here we see one electric cell is there. Okay. Some conducting wires are there. Okay. Some electrical components are there. Okay. This is the one electric component ammeter. This is the one electric component voltmeter. This is the one electric component resistance. Okay. So here all these electric components we are joined in one electrical conducting path. Okay. So if we have to define this electric circuit, okay, then how we can define the electric circuit? Okay. So first of all, simply we have to understand here what we have to use some connecting wire, and by using that connecting wire we are join all these electrical component with one another. Okay. So actually these are all the conducting wires. Here electric current flow such a way that, okay, from this positive terminal through all these electric component to the again negative terminal. Okay. So this continuous flow of electric current takes place in this electrical circuit. Okay. So simply if we have to define the electric current, then we have to see that here conducting wires are there, some electric component voltmeter, ammeter, resistances are there, and also we have to need one electric cell. Okay. So we can define the electric circuit as like that: the continuous path of electric current. Okay. Continuous path of electric current, okay, which is made by using conducting wires, which is made by using conducting wire, and also by connecting all the electric component in it. Okay. By the connecting electric component in it is simply called as the electric circuit. What is a continuous flow of electric circuit? A continuous flow of electric current between two ends of cell or battery. Okay. Two ends of cell or battery by using connecting wires and by connecting electric component is simply called as the electric circuit. Okay. So in the electric circuit we have to use different types of electric component. Okay. So here this is the structure. Okay. This structure, this one line is big and one line is small. Okay. So this diagram or structure we call electric cell. Okay. If such a two lines are present, one is big and one is small, big line represent plus or positive potential and small line represent negative potential. So such a diagram is called as an electrical cell. Such a symbol is called as an electrical cell. So this symbol is used to denote electrical cell. Okay. Electrical cell here we use for what is its function? We are already studied in the last lecture cell, battery. Okay. So these are the some components are used to create potential difference. Their function is what? To create potential difference between two terminals of a conductor. Positive means higher electric potential, negative means lower electric potential. So one end of wire we connect here positive terminal and another end wire we connect here negative terminal. Means wire is one but we connect it to two different terminals, one higher electric potential, one lower electric potential. So electric potential difference is generated in between two ends of wire. Okay. So this is electric cell used for the create potential difference between the two terminals of wire. Okay. Understood? So this is the one electric component. Now we are connecting wires. Okay, so these wires are generally used for the flow of electric current. Okay, through the wire, we know wire are electrically conducting and through which electric current can easily pass. Now here one ammeter is used. Okay, so here ammeter are generally connect in the circuit in series connection. Okay, actually what are the series connection and parallel connection, that we will see in the next lecture. Okay, but now we have to remember only ammeter is always connect in the series connection. Which connection? Series connection. And function of ammeter is to measure electric current. Okay, it is a very sensitive to electric current. If a very small electric current is a pass through this electric circuit, then we can very easily detect it by using this ammeter. Okay, then second here is voltmeter. Okay, you have to remember voltmeter has always we have to connect in parallel way. Okay, in parallel connection. Look at here, resistance and voltmeter are in parallel to one another. Okay, parallel. Okay, parallel to each other. Okay, so this voltmeter is used to measure potential difference. Okay, we connect here one resistance. This is what? Resistance. This is the speed breaker like structure. Okay, resistance means what? Simply it resists the flow of electric current. It try to stop flow of electric current. Okay, so due to using this resistance, what happen? Potential difference is generated in between these two ends. To measure this potential difference, we have to use this voltmeter. Voltmeter has a function to measure the potential difference between two terminals of conducting path. Okay, so this voltmeter are used for measure potential difference, and this resistance had function to stop or resist the flow of electric current. It will slow down the flow of electric current. Okay, simply it try to resist the flow of electric current. Okay, so such a way that, see here one simple electric circuit is given here. Electric circuit is nothing but what? It is a continuous conducting path. Okay, formed by using some conducting wires and electronic component which are connected to the two terminals of cell. It is simply called as an electric circuit. Definition of electric circuit is given in book. Okay, so when we have to form somewhat electrical circuit, then we have to use some different electrical components. Okay, so these are the ammeter, voltmeter, resistance, battery. Okay, so these are the some components. Okay, or more some components we have to use when we have to talk about this electrical circuit. In the next tomorrow's lecture, we have to see, okay, different types of electrical component and their uses. Okay, their structures, their symbols. Okay, that also we have to see in the tomorrow's lecture. So the different types of component and their uses we have to see in tomorrow's lecture. Up to now we have studied the topic resistivity and electric circuit. Okay, resistivity is denoted by letter rho. Resistivity is depend on two terms. First of length of conductor and second is area of cross section, directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to area of cross section. Okay, ohm meter is the SI unit of resistivity. Okay, so resistivity is a unique property of particular material. If material changes, resistivity of that particular material is goes on changing. So it depends on the nature of that material. That much part we have studied tomorrow. Remaining part we will see in the tomorrow's lecture. Thank you.